Hi guys, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, how are
Good,
you?
good. Thank you guys. Today we're here to discuss about like the team building activities, so that
Yeah.
can help us building strength. So I want some suggestions from you. So firstly, I would like to so how we can select the team building activities. So it should be objectives like to make the strengths active, and we should go in the budget. It should be unique, and timing also matters when we are doing the activities. So it should be length like in one day. We should complete everything in one day. So other things are like I also would like to add some benefits of team building activities. So it help us to know each other well, and it help us to boost our morale and also develop the team roles. So team building activity better first the communication, and its purpose is mainly the goal oriented focus, can help us give the sense of accomplishment and boost the confidence. So, Mayu, do you have any suggestions for this? Like, have any activities in your mind? Can suggest this one, please.
Yes, Ravi. So, first activity I would like to talk about is a code of conduct. Like this activity requires 30 to 30 plus minutes, more than 30, and number of like it takes like 10 to 30 participants to complete this activity. The This activity is about like this meaningful activity that sets the tones for an event and build a concession on shared values. Teams list what matters to them and on whiteboard and prefer the start of an event or workshop. So like for playing these activities, team building activities like on whiteboard, write down the words like meaningful or pleasant and ask everyone in the group to shout out what will make this workshop meaningful and pleasant. And then after that record each participant suggestion in the form of like a mind map. And then for each suggestion ensure that all the participants have the same understanding of the idea. If not, then change the suggestion until it has consensus for from the all participants. And then later go through each suggested items and ask participants like how they would ensure that the idea is carried out during the workshop, and record this on whiteboard in sticky notes. And these all ideas mutually agreed on pleasant and meaningful would make the code of conduct for the group. And the
Yeah.
other activities that I would like to talk about is a blind spot. That activity is generally used like it is used to say back-to-back drawing, and except that is focus on the terms of individuals. Like the goal for this activity is to like draw an object using and verbal instructions. Teamwork, this requires teamwork and communication that are vital to be good at this time. The This activity requires like 30 to 45 minutes to get it done, and like it requires 6 to 20 people, approximately 20 people to take part. The main objective of this blind spot is like focus on teamwork and communicate skill in a group setting. To apply this activity, like first of all you need to get a flip chart, markers and bunch of everyday like object. What is your everyday objects such as a lampshade, bicycle or many more. Alternatively, like print pictures of that objects, whatever you decide every day. This game works best with more obvious objects. Then after divide all participants into terms of like 4 to 6 people. 1 minute. And then like each team member to pick one person who is good in art, and ask that artist to take his place next to the flip chart. Then face the team away from the flip chart and give them object from your pile. Then after, team will then instruct its artist on how to draw object based on verbal instructions, and they can describe the object but not state its name. The team whose drawing comes closest to the actual object who wins. Thank you. And now I would like to continue, Mohammed.
Thank you for letting me share the ideas that I consider will be a good activities for team builder. First of all, I want to mention about office trivia. Sometimes in the office, we need a quick activity to break the ice and get to know people who are around our office working with us. Asking relevant trivia questions about their workplace works well in this situation. This game doesn't require any equipment or significant preparation. It can also be held indoors or outdoors with small teams or large teams, making it flexible option for team building. So how we supposed to play this game? First of all, we have to come up with a list of trivia questions related to the place of work. Questions can be like, what does the poster of the cafeteria say? How many people named John in the work? Or how many people is in the accountant department? And so on. These are all the questions that you can ask to your colleagues relevant to the workplace. And after that, you can write all the question and their answers in the index card and ask question to the whole group and solicit answers out loud. The participant who gets the most answers right wins at the end. To make it competitive, you can also consider dividing the participants into teams and adding buzzers for each question. So your workplace is one of the things common to all the team members. The objects and people in your office tie your team together, which will ultimately help them to build a strong connection with each other. And there's another good point I would like to mention for team building strategy, which is truth and lies. It's a simple game to get people to open up. Team gathers together in an intimate environment while they are on break maybe, or while they are having their lunch or in the leisure time. Each team member says 3 truths and 1 lie about themselves, and team members have to guess the lie out of those 4 statements. So how this is supposed to be played? First of all, you have to ask the player to sit in a circle, and each player has to think up 3 truths and 1 lie about themselves. And each player then gets up in the center of the circle and says 4 statements about himself. The rest of the group has to guess which of the statement is a truth or which one is a lie. And the process repeats for all the team members among the group. There is no competitive element on this game. Instead, it's designed to get people to open up and get to know each other better. This opportunity to lie can also get some hilariously outrageous statement from players, which further improves the group's mood. That is my point of view on 2 strategy that I have been demonstrated will gonna help in team building situation. Now, I would like to pass Ravi Teja to add more on team building capacity.
Thank you, Mohammed, for that. It was a great ideas, both of you. Like, I think we all three are in same point. I also want to mention that we can do with in the building. We don't need to go anywhere out. So first one I would like to add is like making a team emblem. So this is a like creative team building activity is great for small teams. So players are divided into a small teams where they must work together to create an emblem or flag or shield for their teams. Beside the collaboration and creative thinking, this activity also great for building a strong sense of team identity and cohesiveness. Plus, it's flexible enough for any situation or any group size. So, a number of participants, it can have many number of participants. It don't have any limitation. So, duration it can go from half an hour to 90 minutes. The objective of this activity is like focus on creative thinking, collaboration, and also fostering the team identity. So now I'm going to tell how to play this one. So grab a cardboard, chart paper, markers, crayons, tape, or anything else you need to draw and paint the team emblem or a team sheet. Divide the players into a small teams of 3 to 4 each, so you can make the team composition the same as in your real office. to focus more than the team identity of the aspects activity. Give each team enough time to plan, draw, and paint their emblem of their team flag. The emblem must represent something that has a meaningful and value so that they can share from their team. So once the time is up, ask the each team to display their emblem, invite all the teams together and give their own interpretation of like how they have designed the emblem. So this is my strategy. And the other one I would like to discuss is like guess the object. So a quick take a time dumb characters. One person from the group has to demonstrate an object, the others has to guess what it is. So great for inspiring creativity and getting people to loosen up at the start of the event. Also works great as a between longer the activities. Number of participants is like it can include any number of participants. Duration, it can go from half an hour to 1 hour. So objective is like inspire creativity. So how to play this one is like we need to ask one person from the group to volunteer. So this volunteer shows a common object or a picture in his mind and he try to show in his actions. So the volunteer must not demonstrate the object before the group without speaking. They can use the gestures, actions, and use their bodies in any ways necessary to show that the object is what it does. So the rest of the group needs to guess what he's saying in within 2 to 3 minutes. So ask other people to volunteer for the next round and repeat the process. So I think like all these activities are within the office. You don't need to go out. So where we can go within the budget is also less when it comes. So yeah, do you have any suggestions, Mohammed?
We actually communicate more and more with the team members, even outside the work, and socialize themselves. So they become familiar with each other, and starting a new job in a new position and in a new office, it's really important to build up connections among the staff.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, Mohammed. So what Mayur, you have any suggestions?
Yeah, yes, like Mohammed said, like communication is like more powerful. Like if you like communicate or discuss more about the thing, like it may helpful us in depth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I also feel like, when someone is starting as a new internship, so we are designing these activities for new interns who are joining in the next intake. So it's good when we create a platform or when we create a place rather than calling them, can you come at this particular time to this public place? So some people may not show interest. So when we call them to the office, it can be the introductory day or any other events that's happening, so we can organize some place for them to participate in the events. So
Yes.
it would be good, like everyone will be having opportunity to participate and shows interest.
That's correct.
So I think
you,
like
Ravi.
all good. So what do you think the best to, like, we need to select two among these? So what do you have any idea, Mayur? What do you want to go?
The all tools like we covered, they all have like a individual perspective, but I think like the tools Mohammed gave us, like introduce office driver,
Yeah.
is like one of the best tools for the people.
Yeah.
I think
Even
so.
I was thinking same.
Yeah.
Then we all agree at the same point.
Yeah. So we need to select two and we got one. How about the other one?
We can
I think
come up.
I go with Mayur Blind's draw because that also builds trust between them.
Yes. That's
So
true.
it
Which is
also
really
encourages
important.
participation. Yeah. So yeah, we can go with those two.
Okay.
All good, guys. Thank you for your participation today, and we'll meet in the next session.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. See you guys in the next meeting.
See ya.